Hello everyone. Now I'll explain you about installing Anaconda software, which is an easy to install, free package manager, environment manager, Python distribution, which has over 720 open source packages offering for you. So now let's start with the process. Open the browser and just type Anaconda, and the first link which you can observe in the Google search engine, just open it, and you can see the Continuum company which offers the Anaconda software. So now, as I'll be explaining you about installing Anaconda for Linux version, depending upon the system architecture, that is 64-bit or 32-bit, you need to select the package. Now as my system supports 64-bit, I'll be selecting Anaconda 3 for 64-bit version. Now I'll click save it, and it starts downloading the Anaconda installer. Now because I have already downloaded it earlier and stored it in the downloads folder, as you can see, Anaconda 3 version for 64-bit Linux is available. Now I'll open the terminal and type the command. I need to run a command, that is bash tilde downloads Anaconda 3 version for Linux 64. I'll open the command, copy pasted, right. Now it will ask whether to install or not. Click enter. Now it start entering. Keep on entering. Scroll to the bottom of the license terms and finally enter S to agree to them. Here I'll enter S to agree the license terms and conditions. Now installer prompts you to click enter to accept the default install location. If you want to install there, you can press enter. Otherwise, if you want to provide an or specify an alternative installation directory, press Ctrl C. Okay, now I'll click enter. Okay, now I'm clicking enter. Now it would show the location where Anaconda would be installed in my PC. Now I need to wait a little bit. Now it started installing. First it installed the Python 3.6, then the packages that are needed for all the data science or data analytics applications would be installed. Okay, this is a long process which would take nearly 5 to 10 minutes. So I'll now speed up this process or move it little bit faster. As you can see, all the packages are being loaded. So once all the packages have been loaded, it would the installer would ask you, prompt you, do you wish to install, do you wish the installer to prepend the Anaconda 3 to the location? Then you need to click yes or select yes or type yes there. So I'll do the same thing. I'm typing yes here. So I typed yes. After that, So now everything is done. So once installation of package is done, and when you see this message, thank you for installing Anaconda 3, you need to close the terminal so that whatever changes you have made to the system would get reflected. Now once again open the terminal, and now I need to check or cross verify whether Anaconda has been installed properly. I'll open the terminal and use the command, the first command what you can see, that is Conda --, version, which gives the current version of the Conda which has been installed in the Anaconda software. So now you can see it displays the version of Conda as 4.3.14. Now I'll type one more command, that is Conda list, by which I can check all the packages that have been installed which are required for me. Okay, as you can see, it is listing all the packages. So by this, what does it mean is all the packages have been installed, and I'm ready to go and explore. See here, even the NLTK package has been installed, NumPy and matplotlib. So everything that is required for text processing or data analysis purpose is present here. Now there are two commands that I need to do before I move on to explore about NLTK. That is, I need to update the Conda and Anaconda software. So the commands that I'll use is Conda update Conda. Now you can see it would start updating the Conda version. It is fetching the package metadata, then it checks online for the updates if available. Okay, if there are any, then it would install it. Okay, now it says it has done some updation. If you just type Y. Okay, now it updated the Conda. Then the next command that I'll try is Conda update Anaconda. Even as you know, I have just installed the Anaconda. It still I would like to do few updates if possible. If there are any few changes that have been made recently, would get reflected in the Anaconda software. Okay, now even that is being installed successfully. If there are any new changes, okay, already it is updated. That is what it is saying. Okay, then now we'll move on to check the installation of NLTK module. In order to make sure that the NLTK module is installed, I will first move onto the Python interpreter mode by typing the command Python. Next I will be using import NLTK. This command should not produce any error. As expected, it did not produce any error, which means NLTK module is present. Now I need to install all the packages or data that is related to NLTK tool. So I'll use the command nltk.download, and I'll pass an argument as all, which would download all the corpus data that is required for natural language processing. Now the process has started. Again, it would take 10 to 15 minutes of time depending on the speed of your internet. So As you can see, I have used nltk.download all. Okay, there are occasions wherein the first command of nltk.download with a single quote all would work, and sometimes nltk.download with double quotes would work. So depending upon the situation, we'll use these commands. Okay, now it started installing. Again, it would take 10 to 15 or 20 minutes. So I'll speed up this process. I'll fast forward this. As you can see, it is downloading all the data that is related. You can see it is taking more time because my networks or the speed of my internet is a bit slow, depending on the internet speed. Okay, I hope it would end soon. Okay, okay, finally, as you can see, downloading of all the collections that are related to NLTK, that is Natural Language Toolkit, have been installed properly. Okay, now I need to execute few example so that we can be sure of the installation. So first command that I'll be using is I'll use from nltk.book import star, which would download all the text corpus that is present in nltk module, which is being used frequently for text processing purpose. As you can see, it is listing the texts, names of the texts that are present in the as an examples in an NLTK book corpus. So now it is working fine, and then I'll execute a few more commands. First I'll give text1 it, and the output expected is it should give the name of the textbook 1. As expected, it is giving the name of a textbook 1. Then I'll use one more command, that is text1 dot concordance, and use an argument as monstrous. Now don't worry about what each of these command does. All these commands I'm running in order to just check whether the commands related to NLTK works properly. Okay, I have made sure that the commands which are listed are working, and the last command that I'll be trying is text4.dispersion plot, and I'll pass a list of words which are there in text4, that is a book which is inaugural address corpus. So as I'm expecting it to plot a graph which predicts that these words, occurrence of these words in that particular textbook. So as expected, if it gives the output, then we can be sure that all the programs could be run on this Anaconda software related to NLTK without any hassles. So again, it takes a little bit of time. Okay, finally we got the output, which is a dispersion plot of the word list of words that have been passed to this. So now we have successfully verified that NLTK has been installed. Now let me explain you about one more feature, that is Spider, which is the scientific Python development environment available free, or simply you can say IDE, that is included with the Anaconda. With the help of this IDE you can start editing, interactive testing, debugging could be done. All these features are provided in this Spider editor. So after you have installed Anaconda, you can start Spider on Mac, Linux or Windows by opening the terminal or command prompt and typing the command Spider. As you can see, it opened up the IDE, wherein I can just start typing a program. I have already typed a sample program, which I would just run it. Okay, as expected, it is producing the output, that is sentence tokenizing and word tokenize functions from tokenized module being used, and it produces the output appropriately. So this is all about NLTK and Python usage. Now I'll explain about OpenCV installation, which is again a very simple step. I need to use the command conda install --channel and provide the URL from where I am trying to download this OpenCV3. So first thing, I'll close terminal and open one more terminal and use this command, that is conda install --channel and provide the URL from where I am downloading it. Okay, just copy pasted. I'll enter. Now it started fetching the packet from that particular, and remember, in all these cases you need to have internet available, because all these packages are being fetched from the source provided. Now it asks for installation. You just say Y, that is S. Now it will install the OpenCV. Again, it takes time depending on the internet speed. Now again I'll move forward. It would take time. Okay, I'll speed up the process. Now it is 100%. OpenCV3 has been installed. Okay, now we need to check by running a sample OpenCV program on it, or before that I can just open the terminal and go to Python interpreter mode and just say import cv2. It should not throw an error on executing that command, which means OpenCV has been installed properly. Okay, as expected, no error. So I'll open the Spider IDE. For both Python NLTK programs and OpenCV programs, we can use same IDE that is being provided in Anaconda, that is Spider. Now I'll show an example or a sample program, OpenCV program, using the Spider, and we'll end up the video. So as usual, I'll type the command Spider to activate the IDE. Okay, this is the sample program which I'll be running now. If it runs, then OpenCV installation is perfectly alright. Okay, Spider ID is open. I have opened one more terminal or a window, and I'll just copy paste it. You need to copy paste this program. Don't worry about the details of program, what it is doing and all. It is just accepting a pic and producing a grayscale image of the same thing. Okay, you need to provide an image, input image. As you can see, I am providing an image which is stored in downloads. You can just copy paste the path and provide it in your program. If you have stored in another folder, you can do the same thing. Okay, I'll be copy pasting it, then just run using that UI button, or just type F5 from the keyboard. Okay, now as you can see, uh, it has produced the image in the grayscale. So OpenCV has been installed successfully. So I'm done with all installation successfully. So thank you